Welcome to List Comprehension Exercise. So we have a total of 4 tasks here. Task 1 is convert for loop to list comprehension, which is a pretty important skill. So essentially you have this code here. If you were to run this code, you get this output here. But what I want you to do is convert this code into a list comprehension so you can have the same output that we have here, 30 to 39. And the only hints I'm going to give for this list comprehension is that it doesn't have an append function or an empty list. So moving on to the second task is convert while loop into list comprehension. Now don't worry, you're not going to be using a while within the list comprehension. All I want is that when you're using this while loop, you have this output here, and so you're going to have a list comprehension that also generates the same kind of output, or the exact same output, 0 to 8. So all these even numbers here with the string the number is. And the only hints I'm going to give are just like the above task, where you have no empty list and no append function. And then you have task 3, which is control flow with modulus in list comprehension. You've got the desired output here, and the only hints are multiply d by 2 asterisks and a 3, or you can do pow, which is a Python built-in function with d free as an example. Then the second hint is use range 20, use an if condition, use modulus where d %2, and use d greater than 10. And then lastly, we have the task 4, create 2 nested list comprehensions inside a dictionary. So you have the output here for D2 and D3. So these 2 dictionaries here. And what I want you to do is in D2, for K1 and K2, you have a list comprehension, hence the square brackets for both of them. And you're going to generate these numbers here from 0 to 84 and from 0 to 81. And then for D3, you're going to grab the K1 and K2 lists and you're going to sum them, both of them, and then add them together. So the hints are: 1. Use the built-in Python function sum twice for K3 dictionary, and 2. For K1, use g plus 20 times g with range 10 and g less than 5. For K2, e times e with range 20 and e less than 10. So these will both enable you to generate the values that you see in both K1 and K2 for the dictionary D2. So for instance, if let's say we have a range of 10 and it's the elements that we're multiplying is less than 5, that means it's going to be 0 to 4. So we're going to have 0 to 4, 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And let's say g, for instance, is 4. So we have 4 plus 20 times 4. So that's going to be 20 times 4 is 80, plus 4 is 84, which is what we have here. And then lastly, you have use an if statement for both list comprehensions in K1 and K2. So don't worry if you're not able to achieve the same output. Just to reiterate regarding sum, what you do is that you use the sum for both of these list comprehensions. So you'll put sum here, and then you'll put parentheses around both of them. So open parentheses and close parentheses, and this should give you a value, a final single value for all of the values here, so they'll be added up together. And the same with K1 as well. And then you're going to add the summations of both K1 and K2 into K3. Okay, so that concludes my overview of this exercise. Good luck, and if you have any questions, feel free to ask. If you aren't able to get the same output, don't worry, I'll show you in the solutions. Thanks.